Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. I'm the Radio Man 03. You can bet it's awesome to have you along. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. It's Monday, starting off a whole new set of episodes for you this week. Boop. I'm getting a farm planted. I got O2 throughout the entire ship right now. It took me a little while. I had a problem. I could not get the hangar to seal up. Took a flight down to the bottom of it and realized that I had a RCS at the very underneath the belly of the ship, and so that was letting air out, so it was not filling with O2. So right now, if we go in, show oxygen, kaboom, we're filled with air. Full of air, full of air. Downstairs is decked out. There's some more things we can add to it, but I'll let you guys make some suggestions and all that good stuff, and we'll see where we go from there. But for the most part, it's all decorated up. So yeah, all the way through the ship now we have O2, which is fantastic. Boop, take that out of there. All right, and right now I'm trying to figure out how am I going to do my crops. We've got that. We've got 6 wheat sprouts. We probably don't need all that corn for plastic. Peppers, that's vegetables. Aphax, that's going to be for the you know what we're going to do? We're going to put these guys over on this end right here in the middle here. We're going to go wheat, wheat, and wheat, and then we're going to get that out of there, and then we're going to go corn, 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 and corn. And these guys here are going to give us our plant protein, which I know I don't have to grow it, but I would love to have some of these oddball plants up here because they're just fun to have. And then we got the big alien flower, plant fiber. You know what? You know, let's go ahead and grow a plant fiber. I think I would actually. I really don't need it with the trees that we can get, do I? But you know what? It's not bad to have at least one. I'm gonna have at least one fiber plant growing. Let's do that. Pear thing, that's fruit. That's going to be more vegetable. And that is our big alien sprout, which I believe we need for the coffee. No. Big alien flower. What do I get with that? I'm trying to remember. It'll come to me. Don't worry, it'll come to me. You don't have to leave a comment. I'll get it. Let's go ahead and throw, we've got the pumpkins over here. We'll throw tomatoes over here. We're going to fill that one up with tomatoes. I know they give less than the pumpkins, but I want a little variety of stuff up here so it looks pretty cool. You know what I mean? Jelly bean, I want it to look nice. So let's throw that guy over here. And this guy here's a vegetable as well. Let's throw him over here since he is a vegetable. And what is this? This is a corn. That's a corn sprout as well. Okay, so I have one extra corn sprout. I'll throw that away, and I'll make sure I make work on getting seeds right away for these things as well. So we have seeds. Oh, did I make one? And doggone it, I made an extra grow light. That's okay. It's never bad to have a backup of anything, right? It's never bad. Okay, so now upstairs here, there was a suggestion to punch this stuff into the floor so I could grab it from downstairs and just reach up to the ceiling. I like that idea, and I get the idea. I understand where you're coming from with that, but it just doesn't look very realistic if I'm going to be walking over a refrigerator and stuff like that. These blocks you see right here on the edge, this is the edge of the kitchen down below here, the angled blocks, and I believe this is going to be part of the outer wall out here, so we don't want to mess with those. And then I put the glow ones down the middle, so when you come up to the top of the staircases, either side, they're marked by that. You've got this center thing to walk down. You can look at the crops on both sides, and then as you get to the end here, you can step off left or right and go back down into the main hallway around the living quarters of the ship. Up here, I think what we'll do is we will put these guys on one side. We got most of our grow stuff that we use for food over on this side. The vegetables, the spice, we're going to fill that spice in as well. We're going to do that right there, and I'm going to put one fridge. I'll go with the big ones. One big fridge here and one big fridge here. And what I want to do with these is I don't usually divide them up, but we're going to this time. I want to make, that's the texture tool. That one's going to be medical, and this one's going to be food. So for food, let's go with, should we use a brighter green? Yeah, we'll go with the food on that one there. And then this guy right here will make, I've been using this red in the build, so we'll use that right there. Okay, so that's going to get us our food once we get going. Oh, I've got these 2 sprouts and the honey plant to plant as well. I was throwing kind of the oddball stuff down here, huh? We'll throw that there, that there. Oh, you know what I don't have is aloe. Yeah, I don't have any aloe seeds. Okay, so we're going to have to take care of that too. How many spots do I have left in this grow plot? I've got 4 there. 1 here. We'll throw another one of these guys right here. I think that's going to be enough plastic for us right there. I think that'll be fine. Let's take a look at our stats real quick. I want you guys to see the statistics. This is how much oxygen we have in the tanks right now, 9857. We can put 5472 to fill it. Is that right? Currently in base is 5472. Okay, so it's not quite full, but that's what we've got for O2. Power-wise, we're doing okay with the power. It doesn't seem to use a whole lot. We're using 549 out of the 500 megawatts that it's currently putting out, so we're good there on the power as well. Now, with the thrusters on, I have no idea how much that's going to use. We'll take a look at that and see. Save template. There we go. Let's do that. I need to save it the other way too, but that works there. So if we do that right there, that's pretty good. And then up here, I'm going to want to go with probably some more earthy tones. Let me turn my light on so it's a little bit brighter in here too for you guys. Something like that maybe right in here. Just something simple. What about a texture though for the floor? We've got that guy right there because that matches the grow plots across. That's our living quarters underneath the grow plots, so that's why it matches so well right there. What if I had a lot of fun putting the downstairs area together. You know, this is what I'm using all the way around downstairs. I like it. It's very industrial looking. I like this a lot, so let's do that. We're going to keep with that kind of a theme there. And that's not the whole block, right? No. Okay, so I'm going to put that there and that there. We're going to do a little decor work, and then I don't know what else we're going to do. We had another storm, a winter storm, come through over the weekend, and the snow was supposed to stay really high, and it didn't. It actually dropped down to our elevation, and Variety and I sat here tonight, we're sleeping, and we felt the house, this big bang up against the side of the house, and the house shook. And it woke her up, woke me up, and I thought, well, it's just, Wasabi likes to run and jump into the lazy boys onto the back of them, and then she kind of launches herself off the back. So I thought, well, maybe what she did was she did that. She launched herself, and the lazy boy was too close to the wall because we had moved one of them because my daughter was up and we were watching a movie in the living room. And I thought, well, maybe what happened was, you know, she just jumped off of it, and it was too close to the wall, and it banged the wall. So, but it didn't happen again. Let's go underneath these. No, that's going to look weird. We don't want to do that. There we go. Just like that. Yeah, that's cool. The color and maybe a darker brown. Nah, that's too dark. So I thought that's what it was. So we came downstairs and we looked around, and we couldn't see if anything, because it happened twice. It woke us up twice. Pretty quick, back to back, these big bangs. It just woke us up. So the second time we came downstairs and we were looking around, and again, we could not find anything out of the ordinary in the house. So first time, I guess we didn't come down. I just thought, you know what, it's just the cat, no big deal. But then it happened again, and it was shaking the house. And I thought, well, there's no way that, you know, Wasabi at under 10 pounds is causing the house to shake just because she's jumping off a lazy boy. So we went downstairs and we're looking around, and we couldn't find anything out of the ordinary. There was nobody in the house, you know, banging around on stuff. So I turned on the porch light in the backyard. Sure enough, there were tree limbs out of the trees, and it had started snowing. Well, the trees still have leaves in them. And the trees we have are just, they're not very good trees in my yard. But the rest of the neighborhood has pine trees, but the person that had this house originally decided it would be a good idea to have deciduous trees. So we're like the only house in the block that has trees that fall in the yard. And so we've got all these leaves we got to rake up every year. Everybody else is dealing with pine needles most of the time, and I'm dealing with these leaves. So now you've got this really heavy wet snow falling on these leaves of these limbs that are, you know, these trees are not what I would call appropriate for the area, and they're snapping off, and they're falling down, and they're banging into the house. This is different over here. I've got two over there. Oh, that's right. One side of the ship is a little different because the roof is a little bit different because we've got the neck on one side and the tail section on the other, and that's why it does that. So I'm like, well, I don't know what we're going to do about that. You know, it's just, it is what it is. We've got tree limbs falling out. Well, it happened like 3 or 4 more times that night, and it was a lot of banging going on. So the next morning, I went out and took a look, and oh my God, we had tree limbs all over the place. Variety's car got hit by a couple, and it caused a dent, snapped some stuff off of her car, and it just turned into this kind of a nightmare, to be quite honest with you. It was pretty brutal. Look at all this stuff growing so fast. Yeah, grow, baby, grow. Let's make it happen here. This is awesome. We'll start with seeds first, and then we'll move forward because we've got a little food to tide us over until then. So that was my Sunday, was trimming, cutting down limbs. One of the limbs fell off a tree into my new neighbor's yard, and I mean it was a big limb. It was a good foot or more in diameter, and it's not like it's a limb. It's a chunk of the top of the tree fell off and landed on the fence and busted the fence a little bit. Not bad. It's not bad or anything like that, but it did bust the fence a little bit, and so I had to go over there and meet my neighbor and get my tree out of his dang yard. So anyways, that was Saturday. So Sunday, we were pretty exhausted by the time we got done dealing with all of that. We still have piles and piles of stuff that we've got to get rid of, but we just don't have any place to put it right now. So we have to wait to do that. Anything else we could put up here? I guess we've got room for some storage containers possibly. Yeah, we could do that. We could probably get a couple more lights in here too. That would be nice to just have some extra lighting here. If I turn my light off, let's do that real quick, and let's add some lights in here to give us kind of an idea as to what we need. I kind of like these guys right here. How do they light up? Do they light up at all? Anything? Not really, huh? I guess I could boost it a little bit. Let's try that. Let's go to devices and 3, and if we bump up the range, I'm trying to keep the place from being dark for you guys so that we've got really good lighting in here. Do that one right there. To be honest, what I should do is I should put one, let's put one here, one there, one there, one we just adjusted. Let's take that one out. We'll do the same thing on the other side here. One there. Yep, and then one, oh perfect, right above the fridge. There we go, and one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So it should probably be right about here, would be the middle of the room. But we need a light above the fridge. That works out pretty good right there. So I'm just going to leave them where they are. And, you know, they're just not centered. It's okay. It's lighting. You put lighting where you need it. 2, 3. 15. Go to the gray. Three, and then 15 in the gray. There we go. And then we shouldn't have any problem seeing on the ship. I'll take you downstairs here. We're going to go down there in just a quick second here. Oh, that's almost too bright, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So let's go with the 3, but let's go to 10 only on this one and see how this one does. I don't want it to be too bright. That looks a little more reasonable to me. That looks pretty good. 3, 10, and gray. There we go. Beautiful. We'll hurry this up a little bit. 3 and 10. There we go. Awesome. Yeah, this looks really bright, and that over there looks pretty nice. Yeah, I like that better. I like that better. So we can just bring this down a little bit. There we go. Lighting, it's fun. I enjoy all of this stuff. It really is a good time. And one more. Let's stand back here. We're going to do the walls up too and stuff. Make it look nice up here. Don't you worry. But we're growing. We are growing food, ladies and gentlemen. We have moved in even more into the place, which is fantastic. I wonder if I should have one of those food stations over here. Oh, I just saw the large plants come up. Oh, nice. The alien flowers just popped up. Growing. Nice. Oh, man, that's beautiful. Look at that. All right, let's go downstairs. Let me show you. You know what? Let me take a quick little break. Oh, you know what we should do also? Let's do one right here. Let's do one right here. This should help send a little bit of light into the center of the room as well. That's number 3. There we go. Like so. I put our medium armor on so we can move faster as well. And right here. 3 and 10. Gray. There we go. I'm thinking maybe we could do is we could put another station like that over here, and I could see if I was doing multiplayer that would work out pretty well, but for me I don't really want to have stuff all divided up. If I come up here and I pick the crops, that's where I'm headed every single time. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to put anything over here. We can come up with something else over on this side of the room. Maybe what we need is a kind of a temperature grow center that shows us what's going on up here so we know what's going on. Which one would be good for that? Should we get something that's big and technical like this? That's too big. We could do something like this right over here. Give us a little bit of look as though we've got something we can go up to and do some diagnostic, and we need a couple of storage crates up here too, which I think what we'll do is we'll put a storage crate on that side, one on that side. That'll fill this up a little bit over here. I think we might 1, 2, 3. We could even get crop plots in here too, but the reason I moved them away from the wall was if for some reason we get a hole in this wall, this is not going to blow up our crop plots. They're going to be okay. So I would say before the end of the episodes here today, we'll be able to come up here and make seeds and probably get this mostly filled in. All right, let me take a little break. I'm going to come back, and I'm going to take you downstairs and show you the living quarter area. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, and I hope you are too. I'll be back in just a second. Okay, you've seen the upstairs, the farm area. We got to decorate the hallway here too. I'll probably continue our theme here up this hallway, and then bring it up to there. I think that's probably a good idea. What did I use for down here? I use this one. I like this texture. It's just got this nice kind of riveted feel to it. I'll pull the stairs out and decorate that up too. And then for here, I was going to change a color, but I really like I like this color right here. This one's very nice. It's, as far as blues go, I'm never been a big blue fan, but I do like how that color looks. It's got a nice sheen to it without being like this super bright, shiny blue, which I'm not too fond of. So I like that too. There's more work that needs to be done here too for painting and stuff like that and texturing, but in the meantime, we've got things going, which is the main thing right now. All right, so we come downstairs here. Now you can see the floor. I've been using this to go up and down right now into the hangar bay. But this is what the hallway looks like for now. I think we could probably use a bench or two down here, and a few more of these electronic things showing up would be kind of cool. And I put these circuitry panels in here with the textures and stuff like that on the edges. There's one here, and then if you go down past here, there's our entrance to the shuttles. We've got this guy right here as well, so they're kind of even across the side wall here. And then this is how the hallway looks. It's nice and wide. It's lots of room, plenty of space. I think I want to change you to black. Yeah, let's change you to black, just like the other one is. Yeah, there we go. And then I put these guys here. These are just all different textures that you can find inside. You know, this is this guy right here. This guy in here, and I use this guy, I believe, in the kitchen and in the living quarter area. We just use this one up underneath the devices up in the farm area. So yeah, they've got really great choices, just really awesome choices for different things that you can do. And then here we come down here. We've got this door here, which leads to our captain's quarters, which is going to be down here. And then we've got our cockpit up there. We might be moving the ship today, I'm not sure. Vents, of course, up on the corners here just to give it kind of a vent look. This is what I did with the lighting. I put the black texture on the ceiling and on everything else just to kind of make the ceiling disappear, sort of. And I put the lighting up here and I painted them yellow. You'll see why once we get into the main room. I've got the O2 tank and O2 station up here as well, which I'm not sure if that's exactly where it's going to stay, but it's not a bad place for it right now for me to just come up and get a little bit of O2. I can do that. And we've got our second bay right here for the shuttles, and we've got our our second kind of electric panel going on down here, power panel going on, and what you've been looking forward to seeing, I hope. I'm gonna put a ventilator there too, although I don't have to. You guys were telling me I could use the grates. I could just use grates and that would work as well. But I've got this side plugged up yet because this is the engine room, and I've not decided what direction I'm going with the engine room down here. So I've got it kind of plugged off, no oxygen into this area. But if I take that block out, it will fill with O2 because I plugged up the back end. 1 second. And you can see Janice dancing up ahead. Sorry if I didn't cut that piece out. I hope I did. There's Janice dancing up ahead. Here's our living quarters. This is what I came up with. Our grand scheme. I did wooden floors in here just to give us kind of a home feel. Used a different color yellow. I created my own yellow for this. It's toned way down from what the other yellow was. We've got the big lights above the kitchen area, and Janice is dancing by the. She's showcasing kind of a seating bar / eating type thing. It'd be better if these were like a bar stool that sat a little higher, but they're not. So I've got those guys sitting there right there. So that's what I did with that. We've got our kitchen stuff right here. I can eat a burger. That's going to fill us up. We've got a food processor down here as well. Storage in here. And then, of course, for drinks and stuff, we can put those in here. And then our accent wall. And I went with a different texture on here. And again, I painted the ceiling black on here just so it would kind of disappear and the room would be kind of pop, you know, with the yellow right here. So that's the living quarter and eating area. And for the tables, I went with those instead of the big long table. I divided it up into 2 4-seaters. I thought, that's kind of nice. It spreads it out a little bit, adds another piece of furniture in here, and it just makes it look pretty nice. And I doubled up the ferns in the back there and stuff like that. Kept the half walls that we had here because I thought those would be cool. So half walls are right here. I've been using this right now for storage. Just to put a few extra things in that I'm not using right off the bat. I can just throw them in here, but they're handy for me if I need them. Armor locker up here. We've got our heavy armor that we've been wearing. Along with that, the EVA boost, I have it on right now because I'm planning on probably going outside. Repositories. Here's a little seating area up here with the yellow rug underneath it to go along with the walls, and some more plants up in this area. Oh, these guys here. These plants are really cool. Let me turn my light off. You see what the activity is in these? It's really cool. They sparkle. They've got sort of like an electrical thing going on with them, so I thought hanging them from the ceiling would be pretty cool. I've seen it in some of the POIs, and I really like how those look. So I put those there, and there's one matching it right over there in the kind of the lounge where you'd sit and watch some TV. Excuse me, Janice. Go right on dancing. This is the other area here that we were working on too last episode, and I went with the browns, leathery brown kind of colors. I wish I could change the color of the couch cushions because, to be honest with you, I just wouldn't be comfortable sitting on a white piece of furniture. I just feel like I'd be getting it dirty all the time. So we've got that going on in here, and then the bathroom is here. It was suggested we move the door so it's not in front of the shower, but remember this is a bathroom, so that door should lock if somebody's in here. So I used this different texture in the bathroom here. I thought it was kind of cool looking, a little bit different, and painted the bathroom, shower, and the toilet brown. And then we've got a bench, seat, and someone suggested a locker. I did like the locker idea, so I put a locker in here. The other thing was to put in a sink. Unfortunately, the sinks are just enormous. Excuse me, Janice, coming through real quick. They're very, very big. And I just couldn't find a spot in here for it. They're really big. And it's not going to go up against the wall, too. The bathroom vanity, you know, it just doesn't go up. How big is it? It's 2. I mean, that's a huge vanity. I wish we could have one that was a block size. So you could do vanity, toilet, shower combination. But there is no place for me to put this in here. So I guess when you're getting ready and you're going to go out and about, you better get it all taken care of while you're in the shower. I guess. Otherwise, come out to the kitchen and wash your hands there. You know? Whoop. She's just, you never know which way she's going to zig or zag. She's just such a busy gal. Very busy gal, very busy gal. But yeah, that is our living area right now on this floor. I really like how it turned out. I'm pretty happy with it. I don't really want to change anything about it. Unless you guys got this amazing idea that would just be like, wow, why didn't I think of that? Then sure. But other than that, I think we're good to go right here. Again, vents right there. I got a vent right there. Is that straight across from each other? They're not. Well, what we can do is we can fix that. I can do that right there. I can do... where is he? That right there. Spent about 2 hours on Saturday night working on getting this all ironed out, including the hallway here that comes up to it and matches up to it. I like it. I like it. It's pretty simple. The one thing I've not decided yet is where the stairs are going to go for downstairs into the hangar area, and I probably will use stairs. Someone said, why not use elevators? And elevators get used a lot, and stairs add some structure to a build. Like right here, we wouldn't have these stairs here. It just wouldn't make this hallway a little more interesting. Having the stairs here I think is pretty nice indeed. Oh baby, look at that. Stage 2 growing. Oh man, I could pick the spice. Look at that. Already I could pick the spice. How about the mushrooms? Oh man, that is awesome. Got spice and mushrooms already in. Bam. And I'm going to get 3 more spice in here too. What do I need for the seeds? I need that solution. This guy right here. Stone, purified water, spoiled food. Stone, purified water, and spoiled food. I don't think we have to have the spoiled food. I believe it'll take just about any of this food, especially the vegetables, and turn them into spoiled food. So I think what I want to do is go downstairs and see if I've got the stuff in order to make that nutrient solution. Let's go down here real quick. Down here, I am going to tear down the scaffolding. And I'll tell you why. Because I want to add some decor work inside here along these walls. I want them to not be quite so flat. So I want something that comes out and gives us a little bit of decoration. It's going to bring everything out a block. Probably I don't want to impede the doors, so we've got about a block's worth of space that we can come out. And that's what we'll do. Well, we got to go to the constructor. Oh, this guy's here just because I was trying to figure out why I didn't have air down here. We didn't need him anymore. We've got air in here. The ventilator's right up there. I got the little rail around it to keep people from falling and stepping on it. Let's go in here. I made a bunch of O2 up, which I'm going to go ahead and fill this back up. There we go. And we'll just drop that in there for now. And matter of fact, let's drop these. No, we'll take the extra seeds with us. It was some stone dust. There's some stone dust. I'm pretty sure I've got some stone up here. There we go. That should be plenty for a long time right there. And I've got a little bit of water. I could have sworn I brought a bunch of water up here with me. These doors sometimes stick. You guys ever get that too? There it goes. Let's check the back of our shuttle here, see if we've got some water in here. Water? Jugs of water anywhere? There's O2, O2. Oh, ha! Boom, just like that. We're going to take that and put that upstairs. Oh, nutrient solution, 2 of those. Okay, we must have got those out of that, that last POI that we went into, which was, by the way, again, a tremendous amount of fun. I really enjoyed it. Let's turn this guy off. All this stuff will get hooked up on switches and sensors and things like that too, so don't you worry about that. We'll be doing it. The hangar, though, is going to be one of the last things we decorate once we get everything else kind of taken care of and figured out. We'll do that. Let's go upstairs. Let's get that spice completely filled in. We need 3 more spice plants, which means we'll have 1 extra seed. Very good. I like that idea a lot. We're going to do that, that, and I can make a spice plant. There we go. Fantastic. And we need 2 of them, actually, because it's going to make 2 each, so that'll give us 4, and we need at least 1. Again, I probably should have doubled up on the spice, but so far I've been pretty good about being able to keep myself alive with the food that we've been growing, so I'm good with it. This is plenty of food for 1 person. It's going to last a good long time. And there we go. Let's get you in the ground. There we are. And you should be done with the other one. There we go. Just like that. And then we'll have a backup seed, which we'll throw our backup seeds in here. Like so. There we go. Bingo. Perfect. Perfect. Oh man, it's just growing like crazy up here. That's nice. What else do we need up here? We need 1 more Apex. We could use a few more tomatoes. The pumpkins we're going to fill in. 3, 4. We'll wind up with lots of vegetables, which is fantastic. I like that idea a lot. Boom, like this. This is where the ventilator is up here. Kind of tucked away in this corner. This is the only corner that doesn't have the curved blocks in it, so I put a rail up there and a rail down here, just to kind of give it a, you know, a feeling of its own thing. Anything else I wanted to show you on here that I had questions for you guys or not? She just danced herself right into the kitchen. She's amazing. I tell you, she is just amazing. Yeah, get that stamina back. I think I'm good. I think I showed you everything I wanted to show you that I got taken care of over the weekend. I just wanted to make sure you guys noticed that this is all completed now, which I'm sure you did since the last video. It was all gray. All right, I'm going to take another little break, and then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to think about what I want to do next, or what I absolutely have to do next. So I'll be right back. Welcome back. Good comment that came in last episode was that if I leave these guys embedded in the ceiling of our ship, when I go to texture walls and stuff around it, these guys are not going to texture up like the rest of it. So it was suggested that we move them. So what I'm doing is I'm going to put them up here like so. They're going to be up top. This is going to be our block turret that we can, you know, multi-tool. And that's our harvesting turret right there. So we're going to have these guys up on the roof. And we're going to do just a little box around them to help further protect them. And it should work out just great. And they should blend in with the ship pretty darn good, I think. You know what we could do? We could just keep this coming all the way across, make it one big unit. I've got them centered up here. I'm pretty sure I've got them centered up here. I hope I've got them centered up here. We don't have that in the right spot. Like so. I thought this might be a good solution. Then we don't have to worry about not having to texture them at all. We could texture the blocks around them and they'll be fine. Just the way they are. And not quite. I think we've got an extra block up front, but that's okay. There we go. And just take these guys and throw them right in here. Yeah, I've got an extra block up front, but that's kind of the theme of this thing. It just has. I guess I could move that forward 1 more, and then we'd be even all the way around. Let's do that. Just take a second. There we go, and let's grab this guy right here, and this one right here, and let's make sure we've got him in the right spot this time. Like that. No, he's 1 too far ahead now. Hi, Chihuahua. Oh, I'm so sore today from all that tree chopping. I don't work for a living, you know. I sit around, I play games, and I work on radio. I mean, there's no work involved in that. Yoo-hoo, where are you? Oh boy, I can't see it. What if I place a block? Can I see him now? No, he's still not going to show up. Let's try a different one. There we go. Maybe if I bounce back to this then. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so we want a block showing, so we're going to go back to here. There we go. All right. Got it. We can just leave that right there, and then we come back to here. There we go. Let's try these out. I've not really done too much with the mining one, which is very cool, and we could always use any of the resources we find up here in space. We could, of course, use any of those. And up here, what we could do is, just for some fun and a difference in look, is come down here. And no, we were good with this one right here. Do that right there. A little ventilation going on, like so. Awesome. Perfect. And the only way you can activate these, I can't come up here and just click F. I've got to be in the cockpit in order to access those. So let's see how that looks up there. And then when they're retracted, they've got 20% more protection on them. Make sure I got all these put in before I get all the way back to the cockpit and realize I didn't do it. It looks like it's good. That one's good to go there too. Very good. I'm almost considering putting a door in the cockpit area. Almost considering doing something like that. Like up on the top or something. Just so we've got easier access when we're outside the ship. We're working on the outside of the ship. We'll be able to, you know, have like a little door on the neck or something that we could get in and out of if we're, you know, flying around space and stuff. Let's turn this on. Let's go to V. Okay, that's how she's looking. Kind of hard to see with the sun in our eyes, but yeah, let's go ahead and zap a little bit of the ship here. And let's go V and then P, and then let's go to devices. These guys should be at the very bottom since we've removed them and put them back. Drill turret, multi-turret. Access, there we go. Like so. I'm just about out of these blocks again. You know, I'm really surprised at just how many blocks it takes to build a CV. It's really cool. I mean, it takes a lot of product to do it, but it's worth every second of it. I'm just, as I've said numerous times, last season and this season, I'm just having a ball doing this. Uh-oh. I must have zapped the thing. The core. No big deal. I could just turn these into blocks. No big deal. With the sun out there, it's difficult to see what I'm shooting at. Found a couple more thrusters on here too, M thrusters. We're still only using like 2% of the power on the ship, which means I've gone super easy on this CV build. I could get a lot bigger than this, and I think next time we build a CV, it will be a lot bigger than this one. Let's go ahead and finish this ship up. We'll just get all those parts, and I'll get the constructor working on making me more blocks. I got a few. We're okay. We'll use a little fuel, but that's no big deal. And you right there, I see you. I don't know if those white things are blocks that are from the ship we just tore apart, or if those are part of that ship off in the distance there. I think that's glare coming off of that other ship right there. Alright, so we did that. Alright, so let's go F. Back to P, and we can actually deactivate that guy, so he'll close up. And we might as well actually deactivate this guy as well, so he's not using power. Let's go back to V. Thrusters are still on. F6 to get our stuff back up on the screen. Let's go to the Cobalt asteroid. Oh, there is a piece of ship still sitting there. You can hear the engines when we're inside of it. Once you scroll back like this, you can't hear it anymore. We need more thrust, that's for sure, for forward. We're not reaching our maximum speed. What is it, at 114? I want to say 114 is max speed. And we're only using 2% power. Keep in mind that we only have one large generator on this thing. That's it. So we've got room to grow on this guy for sure. If I hit I, there we go. Just coast in. Sip my coffee real quick. We got 614.5 minutes left. That's very little power usage. That's kind of astounding for me. I thought for sure we'd be using a lot more. It just shows, you know, I'm learning about this CV thing, and I can go so much bigger with this. I'm pretty excited about that too. And we do not want to crash into that asteroid. Do we have enough oomph to slow us down? Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's come over here. Let's hit Alt so we can see what we're doing. Okay, and we are right up on it. Oh, just banged right into it. Let's go up a little bit and turn. I think that may have turned a little too far. I'm gonna have to get used to using these drills to see just how they kind of work. Let's go back to the P menu. Main, thrusters off, devices, drill turret, active, and access. And if you do it fast enough, you can come out in the turret while it's coming out like that, which is very cool. Could have gotten much closer, but we are getting ore. Look at that. And a lot of it too, guys. This is like the most efficient way of getting it, right? That is so awesome. Can I hit that up there on top? Looks like I am. I can see the particles spittering off of that. Alright, I'm going to take another little break here. I'll come back after I do this for a while. You can see the ore coming in. Yeah, just keep moving it around. I think it moves. I think it harvests more when you move around. I could be wrong. It just, maybe it feels that way to me because I'm not sitting in one spot. But I always feel like it works better when I move around a little bit. Alright, I'll be right back. Welcome back. I've been tinkering around with the two sides we have here. We've got the captain's quarters here. My quarters would be down there. I've been kind of filling in the blocks that I know I don't want to move because as I move them, they're like, oh, that's space. So I quickly put a block back in. We're going to have our medic bay down here with all of our devices down in this area here. I'm probably going to do some sort of a ceiling on these. I've got a rail there, which, to be honest, I could make a couple of floors here, but I don't want to have a couple of floors. I'm not quite sure how to represent that. I want this to be enclosed as a medical bay down here with our medical devices down here. But I also want the rail here to stop us from going past this point. So really, I mean, if I put a block here, there's no really reason why I need a rail here. I guess there's other things I could put out here. Maybe there will be things I want to put out here. But I feel like this needs to be a hall. I guess I could have high ceilings down here too for some of the equipment to sit on. J. I mean, that's a possibility too, or even some ceiling decoration stuff down in here that would be, you know, neat to look at. I don't want to have a glass ceiling, of course, because if it's a med bay, well, I guess the med bay could be that, so you could actually see into it to see what's going on down there in case, you know, someone's quarantined or something. You'd be able to look from up here. But for the captain's quarters, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do here. I'm going to angle this somehow over to the wall, I think, and maybe I'll do that the same thing over here and not have the rail. Maybe I just angle this with some angle blocks just to kind of seal this off so it goes up that direction. with something like maybe this guy right here. This guy would come all the way down to the floor, and then that would be kind of the cutoff, and it would ramp up. We'd have a higher ceiling down inside this area, but then again, maybe we could just have a void. I mean, if I did something like this right here, and then another one right there down to this walkway, I could ceiling this off and give us an area, a room just inside. And then you've got an elevator here to go down into that, and you've got an elevator over here to go into there. We have to have some elevators. It can't just be stairs. A staircase would consume all of this down here, so I don't want to do that. Then I arch this right here. I'd like this to be an arch. And then we'll walk into this area right here, where I think what we'll have is we'll probably have some command consoles and stuff like that down on the floor on either side of this as we walk in, and we'll kind of reconfigure. We're not going to use these vents as the walk up, the stairs. We'll use actual stairs in here. Make something nice in here with command center, and maybe we'll get a couple of those characters to stand up in here so that it looks really good, something like that. But I was just kind of getting a rough draft. I put lights in here. I tried the flare, but you just can't see it very well, so I kind of gave up on the flare. But I do have I thought I put one over here. Maybe I didn't. I need to get another one of those over here. But I've got a red light over here up against that, and I've got one over here just to give us kind of a flash of red as we walk through. I'll turn my light off so you guys can see it. A little bit of red coming through the catwalk as we go, lighting up the core, which is going to probably stay right there. I may move it. I'm not sure yet. But there we go. So that's lit up. Yeah, we definitely need another light down here. I must have removed it when I was messing around in here. Oh, there it is. Right there. Okay. Yeah, and I can't have one here because I've got a block right there. It needs to be there. So yeah, that gives off enough red right there. I guess it's just the angle that you're standing at. So there we are. Boom, just like that. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So we've got that going. The farm is working really, really well. Let me get it something different in my hand so I don't zap something accidentally. The farm is doing really well. We've got some stuff coming in. Pumpkins look like they're ripe. I just finished planting the rest of the pumpkins just a moment ago. Oh, wow, those grew fast. So, yeah, the pumpkins are all grown in. I also added a few more tomatoes, just a few. This I'm going to save for something else, depending on what I need. I may add more spice to it, because spice seems to be what we run through quite a bit from a lot of the food items. Another Aphax I've got in. The spice is... I get my F6 turned off. Am I not seeing? There it is. Spice growing. Okay, it's growing. Mushrooms coming in like gangsters, man. Just boom, boom, boom. Just coming up real quick. This stuff here. The bud's pretty good. These guys are a little bit slower. There's some fiber right there. Maybe another fiber plant or two would be good. But I do have our extra seeds going. I've got extra seeds. Made a few pizzas as well. They're pretty expensive, but they give you a lot of food. Now, can I make any medications? I don't have what I need up here. I need to go get some alien thorn and a few other things up here from down below, and we'll be able to do that. I've got some backup tomato sprouts right there. I think corn, wheat, spice. I might be able to do a parathring sprout, alien honey sprout. Yeah, let's get a sprout of those each going to, just in case something happens to our barrier that's keeping all the O2 in here. We'll keep all that going, and then after that I can get started on making food. So I was telling it to make the pizzas, but it made 3 last time with what we have so far. So, as long as I continue to harvest and stuff like that, this will just continue to come in, and I'll come up with a little paint scheme for this area as well. And then we've got to get these hallways taken care of. So much to do. So much to do. Tons of fun to do. I could spend hours messing around with these textures and these colors and stuff like that. But there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, do hit that like button for me. Comment, subscribe, and share. I'm the Radio Man 03. Have an awesome, fantastic, and a superb day. And I look forward to talking to you again next time.